Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. Today we're checking out 10 awesome Japanese breakfast foods. This is a pretty traditional style Japanese foods this morning, but before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notifications about future videos. Japanese food is generally a lot healthier than Western food, and that's especially true for breakfast, where in many Western countries you'll have bread or toast with jam, bacon, eggs, fried eggs, etc. In Japan, a lot of breakfast foods are actually pickles or fresh vegetables or such, and the base of a Japanese breakfast, really the base of a Japanese breakfast, lunch, or dinner is a bowl of rice. And white rice is usually the most popular, but we're actually going to eat brown rice here. It's a little bit healthier. And so number one on our list here is just a simple bowl of rice. Now, Japanese people generally will crack open a raw egg and enjoy their rice with just raw egg. I can't eat raw egg. I've tried it several times. If you want to give it a go for it. I've seen a lot of people do it, but it's not for me. So number one on the list is a bowl of rice. So you're probably thinking, oh, just a plain bowl of rice, no seasoning, no toppings, no eggs. Yes and no. So a lot of people in Japan do eat, including me, do eat just plain rice as is. It's got a really great flavor. If you've never just had plain rice, just grab a bowl. It's actually really good. But we also have a lot of different seasonings for rice. And one of the most popular seasonings for breakfast is called Furikake. Now, Furikake is a very salty type of snack. No, sorry, it's not a snack. It's a very salty type of seasoning with a lot of different types of flavors. Today I've got ume flavor, and ume is pickled plum. We're gonna look at that next. So number two on our list is Furikake. We're gonna start by just putting a little bit of Furikake on top of our brown rice. All right, just like that. All right, now that we've got our awesome bowl of rice topped with furikake, we're gonna talk about number three on the list here, which is another type of topping that's often served with rice or on top of rice or just eaten by itself. And that is umeboshi. Now, umeboshi is a pickled plum. So ume is a special type of Japanese plum that's grown, and it's not really good for eating as is, but it's often used in umeboshi. It's often used for making umeshu, which is a type of Japanese alcohol. Now today, I've got hachimitsu umeboshi. Now hachimitsu is honey. Hachi is a bee, so hachimitsu is honey. And these tend to be very sweet, not very sweet, a little bit sweet compared to regular umeboshi, which are very, very salty and tend to be very sour. So we're gonna take one or two of these and add it to our bowl of rice, just like this. Okay. There we go. So that is our first basic dish here with three popular Japanese items: brown rice, furikake, and umeboshi. So now that we have our bowl of rice with our furikake and umeboshi, our main dish here, we're going to talk about some side dishes. And another popular side dish for breakfast are pickles. And today I've got three types of pickles we're going to eat with our breakfast. And those three types are one, daikon. In its pickled form, it's called takuan. And daikon is basically a big Japanese radish, and pickled it's called takuan. Next to our takuan here, we've got pickled cucumber. Again, Japanese pickles are not like American pickles. They're very salty, and they tend to be almost have a little bit of a spice to them compared to American pickles. Not so much sour, a little sour, not so much though. And the third one I have here, which is my favorite, is pickled nasu. Nasu is eggplant. So pickled nasu is really, really great. It offers a good balance of sour, spicy, and salty all together. And the texture is just a little chewy, which makes it very unique. There we are. We've got our three types of pickles: our eggplant, our daikon, and our cucumber. And again, daikon is just a type of Japanese big radish. The next item we're going to talk about is miso soup, or in Japanese miso shiro, which is a very basic Japanese soup. It tends to be very salty. Today we're going to take a look at white miso soup, which is my favorite, but you can also get red miso soup, and the color and taste depends on the paste you're going with, the miso paste. And there's really those two basic red and white miso paste. Two of the most popular items found in miso soup, be it red or white miso soup, are going to be wakame, which is seaweed, and tofu, which is tofu in English. So let's make a bowl of miso soup. I've got our small bowl here. I use prepackaged miso soup. It's a lot easier, but there's a lot of recipes online you can find to make it at home. It's very, very simple and easy to make. It's also very low calorie if you're on a diet. And we've got our nice bowl of hot miso soup. So before we get to the next 5 items, I want to thank you guys for checking out my video today. I really appreciate it, and it goes a long ways in supporting the channel. If you could subscribe, I'd appreciate it too. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and hit the bell to get notifications about more awesome content about Japan and Japanese food and life in Japan in general. Alright, so we've already got a lot of great Japanese food here on the table, so you're probably wondering, what are we going to drink? So the most popular type of drink in Japan is, as you probably guessed, tea. And green tea is the most popular type for breakfast. Now I've got some awesome loose leaf tea here I just bought the other day. So we're going to make a nice pot of green tea for our number 6 item. So let's get that brewing. It doesn't take much loose leaf to brew green tea, and it goes a long ways. And if you can get it, the flavor's a lot better than the pre-packaged things that you get at the store. So just get yourself some loose leaf green tea. Little teapot here. I usually do just 2 scoops. That's all you really need. Some hot water here. Okay, just cover that, and we're just gonna let that sit for about 2 or 3 minutes is all you really need, but if you want a nice strong tea, about 5 minutes or so. Number 7 of our awesome Japanese breakfast foods is natto. Now natto is considered to be one of the healthiest foods you can eat for breakfast, and some people even eat it for lunch. Full disclosure, I don't like it. Natto is fermented soybeans, and it tends to have a very sticky, gooey texture, and it's got a very, very distinct smell, and some people really enjoy it. They like the smell. Personally, if someone opens natto, I really don't like it. But it is popular, and my Japanese friends really enjoy it, and my family here really enjoys it also. So number 7 is natto. I'm not gonna open this now because I don't want to smell it until I have finished with the other items. Number 8 on our list here is onigiri. Now in English, onigiri is just a rice ball, and you can get these anywhere in Japan, supermarkets, convenience stores, but they're very, very popular breakfast items and lunch items. So a lot of times you'll have one for breakfast, and then you'll take one with you in your bento, your lunch box for lunch. They're so easy to make. You just make some Japanese sticky rice, which is just rice as we call it here in Japan, and take some saran wrap, and you want to make a kind of triangle ball, just like this. So it's maybe hard to see on camera, so it's just a little triangle, right? And if you want to take it a step further, we can actually add some of the furikake from earlier, just like this. So just take a little bit of the furikake, kind of sprinkle it. So the best way to do this actually to mix it in with the rice beforehand, but you can actually do it this way too, which is the way I always do it. And just kind of sprinkle it on the rice ball like that. Then rewrap your rice ball with the saran wrap on it, just like this. Kind of squish the seasoning right into the rice, and the water in the rice is gonna absorb the salt and the seasoning. Right. Then you're gonna have this awesome rice ball just like this. You're gonna take a piece of seaweed, nori in Japanese, like this, and just wrap it on there. just like that. And then you have a nice little onigiri for breakfast. Is it gonna stick? Sometimes it doesn't like to stick, but there it goes. You just hold it for a few seconds, you'll get this awesome little rice ball for breakfast. Now, this is just a very simple onigiri, and they come in so many different types of flavors. And at the conveni, one of the most popular items is tuna mayo, which is just tuna fish and mayonnaise inside of the rice bowl, but you can get them with umeboshi inside of them. You can get them with steak, beef, which is not the best, if I'm being honest, but they also come with ikura, salmon eggs, salmon roe. So many different varieties and flavors. So if you do visit Japan or you want to try an awesome, simple, probably the most simple item here, just check out an onigiri. We've got our number 8 item, which is Tamagoyaki, which is a type of rolled Japanese egg. And it's made by creating thin layers of egg in a frying pan and rolling them over, and it's got a sweet taste. It's made with dashi, again, kind of a fish broth, and sugar, so it'll have a really sweet taste to it. I bought mine from a supermarket, this type, but it's so easy and simple to make at home. Last but not least, at number 10 is a piece of salmon. Now, this is pretty staple Japanese food. It can be served with miso. A lot of people have miso paste and they cook it up that way in the morning. Today I'm just cooking a piece of plain salmon, and a lot of Japanese people will put some shoyu, soy sauce on top of it. So, just add our salmon to our plate here. So, those are 10 awesome, healthy Japanese breakfast foods. You've got green tea, umeboshi, furikake, a bowl of rice, salmon, egg, a rice ball, natto, pickles, and miso soup. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more awesome content about Japan, Japanese food, or places in Japan, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to get notifications about future videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.